Hi boys and girls! Welcome to our yoga and mindfulness virtual learning, and I hope that you're all doing well and staying healthy. So for our class today, it'll be similar to the classes we have when we're at school. We'll go into a spring-themed yoga class. I've got my spring pants on today, so we'll talk about some different things we might see in the springtime and create yoga poses that go along with that. Okay, and we'll end with a nice relaxation and rest pose. I've got different cards here we'll be using, and I'll show you what those pictures are. They'll just represent different things that we might see in springtime. Spring started about a week ago, and you might already start noticing some changes outside. The weather feels a little warmer. I've noticed flowers sprouting up that weren't there before. So just start to pay attention to what you see, what you notice outside. That's a great way of practicing mindfulness when you're outside in nature, is to see what you can notice, especially those changes from different seasons. Okay, so we're going to get our bodies moving. The first pose that we're going to do, you know what, before we do the poses, I forgot one more thing. I have a flower here, and this flower likes to move with my breath, so it's going to spin as I breathe. So see if you can help me spin it. Ready? So this is just, if you're at home and you don't have a flower like this, you're going to practice making your exhale really long. Okay, so let's get our minds and our bodies ready for yoga. Longer exhales help calm our nervous system down and get us really focused. So ready? We're going to breathe in deep through our nose, sitting up tall. Breathe out as long as you can. Like you're trying to help me spin this flower. Again, breathe in. Breathe out really long. One more. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth really long. Awesome. Okay, so the first pose, I'll show you what the picture is. We've got, it looks like two guys gardening, so something you might see people doing in spring. Different plants are ready to grow in springtime. So for this pose, we're going to do planting a garden in squat pose. So you're going to bring, if you stand up to start with this, you're going to bring your heels out, your heels in, toes face out. So see how they're kind of forming a V? And then you're going to sit back, bending your knees, try to bring your hands together and your elbows kind of on your knees, pushing them out. So this is squat pose. We want to be nice and tall in our spines. Our feet are totally flat on the mat or the floor, wherever you are. Hands pressing together. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, happy spine. Breathe out, settle into the pose. See if you can make sure all four corners of your feet are pressing into the mat. Focus on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Think about what garden you would be planting. I know there's some great fruits and vegetables I would love to be planting right now, but I don't have a backyard, so I can't really plant a garden. All right, so we're going to let our hands go. We're going to straighten our legs, and you can kind of take one knee and bend it, and bend the other knee, straighten and bend, just to kind of stretch our legs out. And then slowly roll up. Let's see what we're doing next. I've got rain hitting an umbrella. So especially in April, we're going to start to see a lot of rain. And that's great because rain helps all of our plants grow and thrive. We need that. We need the rain. So let's do, for rain, we're going to do a standing forward bend, kind of like rain falling down. Okay, so get your feet planted on your mat about hip distance apart, right? Like our 2 fist distance. Standing up nice and tall, mountain pose to start. And then we'll breathe in, reach our arms up. Breathe out, we're gonna fold forward like rain falling down. Reach your hands down towards your toes. It's okay if they don't touch. And just let your head hang heavy, let your arms hang heavy. Imagine raindrops going from your spine all the way down off of your head. Feel a stretch in the back of your legs. It feels good. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. We're going to slowly come up, rolling and back down. Great. The next pose is a tree that looks like it just sprouted some beautiful blossoms in the springtime. So we're going to do tree pose. Tree pose is a great balancing pose that helps us focus. And remember that any balancing pose we do, it's helpful to find a spot on the floor to look at. Okay? So start by pressing one foot into the mat or your floor. Take your other foot and you're going to bend that knee, turn that foot out. You can rest your heel on your ankle. And you can just stay here in tree pose. If you feel more balanced, you can bring your foot up, so below your knee, or up above your knee. Okay, you choose what feels good for you today. If you get too wobbly in your tree pose, send your foot back down, okay? But imagine we're a tree, trees lose their leaves in fall and in winter, and then in spring they're ready to grow again. So let's grow some branches that are full of beautiful leaves, flowers, whatever you want to picture. So slowly grow your branches up. Breathe in, make your spine tall. Breathe out, focusing on your focus spot. One more big breath in. Smooth breath out. Bring your hands down, set your foot down, and let's do the other side. So now press your other foot into the mat or floor. Bend the opposite knee, turn it out, so once your hip open, your heel on your ankle, toes on the mat, you can stay right here and that's fine. Or if you want to, slide your foot up, or you can use your hand to assist you to pull it up higher. Okay? Once you feel good and grounded, find a spot to look at to help you, and then bring your hands together. Spine nice and tall. Bottom foot that's on the mat, that's pressing really hard into the mat, so you're helping you stay focused and stable. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then let your foot go, let your hands go, and just shake it out. Great job, guys. So after tree pose, we're going to take just kind of a little break for our bodies after doing a strong balancing pose, and we're going to do bee pose. It's not really bee pose, it's bee breath, but we're doing hero's pose for this breath. So hero's pose, come onto your knees. You're sitting over your heels. Bring your hands together in your lap, roll your shoulders up and down. Spine is tall. And for bee breathing or bee breath, you do a buzzing sound as you exhale. So as you breathe out, the breath out is going to be like a bzzz sound. Okay, so try it with me. It sounds kind of weird, but it feels kind of cool. It's like a vibration in your mouth. Okay, ready? Sitting up nice and tall. Close your eyes if you want to, or leave them open, and then we'll try another variation of this that's fun after that. So sitting up nice and tall, breathe in through your nose. As you breathe out, make a bzzz. Awesome. It makes for a really long exhale. It's really calming and relaxing. The other way I like to try this is to put my hands over my ears, and it's just a different way of trying this, and it sounds and feels kind of cool. So try it with me if you want to. Same breath. Ready? Breathing in. I'm going to close my eyes too. Breathing out with bzzz. Awesome. What did you think of that? Okay, so that was our nice little breathing break before we do our next pose. The next one we have is bird pose. It looks like the bird found a lovely little spring branch with all these pretty pink flowers on it. So for bird pose, that's our warrior 3 pose. We're just calling it bird pose. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So in bird pose, we want to stand up nice and tall in mountain pose first. We press one foot into the mat, and we're going to send the other foot straight back. And then our arms are going to come forward at the same time. So we're kind of leaning forward as we're lifting our back leg up. Okay? So I'm going to start with my arms up in mountain pose, extended mountain pose, breathing in. As I breathe out, I'm going to lean forward, sending my foot back, trying to make my arms and my back leg really straight and strong. My bottom leg is working really hard. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in and out. Slowly come up. Nice. Shake it out. And let's do the other side. So standing up nice and tall, reach up for extended mountain pose. The opposite foot now presses into the mat. I'm going to send the other one back as I lean forward. So leaning my upper body forward as I send my foot back. Again, finding a focus spot on the floor is really helpful for keeping your balance. And if you fall down, it's okay. Just get right back up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up and let's shake it out. Okay, a couple more poses here. We've got caterpillar. So a little caterpillar. And we're going to do what's called locust pose. Some of us have called it Superman pose, but locust pose is what it's called in yoga. So for this one, you're going to lie down on your tummy, and we're going to be stretching our arms back or out in front of you. That one's up to you. I'm going to let you choose. And then you can kind of try this version where you kind of inch on your tummy like a caterpillar would. You can kind of try to wiggle around. It might be fun. So we want to lay down on our tummies. Legs are out long but together. Arms back behind you. Yeah, let's do it this way. With your arms back behind you, you can kind of glue your hands to your sides. You want to, as you breathe in, lift your chest up. Your eyes are focused down on your mat. And you can kind of wiggle from side to side like you're a caterpillar. Try to scoop up on your mat if you can. Just try it out for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Lay flat on your mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. I'm going to do a quick child's pose to help my back feel better. And let's see. Oh, the last one. This is appropriate because we just had caterpillar. So after caterpillar will be butterfly pose. This is a good little stretch to get us ready for our final rest pose. So for butterfly pose, you want to sit up nice and tall, but bring the bottoms of your feet, press them together. You can hold on to your ankles if you want to, or you can hold on to your feet, whatever feels good for you. You want to make sure your spine is nice and tall. And instead of hunching our backs forward, we want to have a tall spine and just lean forward. Lean your chest towards your feet without rounding your spine. Straight spine, shoulders back, okay? We're going to stay here for a couple deep breaths. If you want to, you can add a little gentle flap of your knees, like the wings of a butterfly. Two more breaths. Awesome. Now bring your knees together and then have a seat in easy pose. We're going to end with a relaxation where we're going to do what I call a butterfly body scan. So we're going to imagine that a butterfly, like this one maybe, is going to be landing on different parts of our body. And when it lands there, it's going to help that body part rest and relax, okay? So we're imagining a butterfly that's floating around us. So if you want to picture yourself maybe in a park or resting under a tree, maybe on a nice blanket, you choose your rest pose. You might want to lay down on your mat or on the floor. That's a really great rest pose. You can choose to sit up if you want to. I'm going to stay sitting up just so you can hear my voice better, but I do encourage you to lay down if that feels more comfortable for you, okay? So let me get our background music going for our spring relaxation. So get into your comfy relaxation pose. So I'm playing on this music so we can really picture that we are out in nature. So I want you to use that to help you visualize, help you really see yourself being outside. So once your body becomes totally still and relaxed, Let your eyes close. And picture a beautiful butterfly that's just as light as a feather. And it can be any color you'd like. Just take a moment to picture your butterfly. We're going to pretend that the butterfly is going to rest on different parts of our body. And when it lands, remember to just let that part of your body feel relaxed and peaceful. So let's start with our foreheads. So imagine that butterfly is out floating around and it lands on your forehead. Let your forehead just feel relaxed and peaceful. Let all the muscles in your face relax. Now imagine that butterfly floats from your forehead and then moves to one arm. Let that arm relax. Now imagine the butterfly flies over and floats over and to land on your other arm. And when it lands, that arm relaxes. And then imagine the butterfly floats off and lands on your chest. And your chest relaxes. Now imagine your butterfly floats off and lands on your belly. And your belly softens and relaxes. And then imagine that butterfly flies around and lands on one leg. Let that leg feel really heavy and relaxed and peaceful. And the butterfly flies around a little bit more and lands on your other leg. Let your whole leg, including your foot and your toes, feel really relaxed. Relax your whole body and rest. Just feeling your smooth breathing going in and out. Imagine you can feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, or maybe a cool breeze. Or maybe you want to even imagine some light rain. Whatever you want to imagine. And then take a deep breath in and reach your hands to the sky. Lower your hands down as you breathe out. And notice how you're feeling. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. See you next time.